So Battlefield 2042 has got a huge update coming soon, and with that we're going to talk about all of the potential updates, fixes, patch notes, and everything that there is to know about the next update that should be dropping sometime late next week. Hey, what's up everyone? Wes here. Welcome back to the channel. So as you guys may or may not know, there is a pretty big patch coming very soon to Battlefield 2042 that should provide a big list of updates and fixes for the game. We're talking PC performance updates, AR bloom, aim assist, and a laundry list of changes that could be happening in the upcoming patch. Now, some of these updates might be pushed to the second patch. Obviously, as you guys know, DICE confirmed that there's two major patches coming to the game within the next 30 days. So if we don't get all of the changes in the first update, then we could expect them in the next one. So the first major update that we could be getting very soon is the weapon bloom change, which is currently affecting the assault rifles in BF 2042. As I talked about in my last video, the lead game designer said that they already have the changes done and they will be fixed in one of the upcoming updates. Next, we have the controller aim assist. For those of you that do play controller on Battlefield 2042, it's not really working as intended. The team is currently aware of those issues and they will be fixing it soon, but they just don't have any specifics to share. Moving on, we have the overall hit registration issues. It is currently plaguing the game and I'm glad that they're going to be fixing it. Hopefully it's in the next update. And then we've got the issue where it's almost impossible to see where nearby medics are. This is an update that will be fixed in an upcoming update according to the lead game designer. The lead game designer also confirmed that they will be adding options for icon transparency for objective indicators, as well as scaling options for those indicators. So that's a big update coming soon. Whether or not we get it in the first patch is kind of up in the air. I would assume that they'd probably push that one back until later, but who knows, maybe we get lucky. The next issue that we could likely see resolved is whenever a nightbird shoots at a target, you get some rubber banding. It's happened to me a lot, and Florian has confirmed that yes, we are aware of the rubber banding when getting hit by those rockets. It is currently being looked at. Moving on, there is a major issue right now with the missile relock bug. According to a Twitter user, they said basically after a missile has been flared, it will consistently come back 5 seconds later and score a hit, very common in jets, to which Florian said, yes, we're aware, saw a lot of footage of that in game myself too. Another fix that is currently being looked at is ammunition boxes not replenishing while you're in a vehicle. That fix seems like it's pretty straightforward, so I'm sure we'll see that in the next update. So now we're going to take a look at some of the updates that we should be expecting fairly soon that has to do with some of the live service issues, specifically as it relates to connectivity, the server rubber banding that are happening on all platforms. They've already said that they're investigating it, and they commonly appear on All Out Warfare, even though I've had those same issues on Portal as well. Moving on, we've got the persistent data error that's currently ongoing on all platforms. DICE has mentioned that they've been able to reduce the number of times you see the error persistent data, so hopefully by the next two updates that issue gets fully resolved. Now we're going to talk about some of the gameplay related issues that we could see a fix for in the next update, and that is reviving on all platforms, which is the issue where you're stuck in the down state. They've also said that if you actually spawn in and you can't uncrouch, then that's also an issue that they will be resolving soon. Or if you're trying to revive people near any type of geometry, bushes, walls, shallow water surfaces, and everything like that, that is an issue that is currently being looked at, so I would expect an update within the next 2 weeks. Moving right along, we have to talk about the challenge progression and reward unlocks that are showing as incomplete progression until the game has been restarted. So they stated that the temporary fix would be to restart the game. However, they also mentioned that a fix has been made in an upcoming update. Next up, we have to talk about matchmaking. So currently Battlefield Portal is experiencing a big queue time. We are aware of the early signs that players could find themselves stuck in an infinite queue when trying to join a popular Battlefield Portal experience. There is no option to leave the queue other than hard quitting the game at the moment, and we are continuing to investigate this issue. So it sounds like that fix will probably be happening in the second patch of the game. And then furthermore, with matchmaking, like I talked about in yesterday's video, breakthrough is currently bugged out. You can't start a match and you can't end a match. It basically makes it so you're not able to do anything on the game. You have to hard quit it and load the game back up in order to continue playing Battlefield 2042. Moving on to some of the fixes that are happening in future updates for the maps. Whenever you're playing on the map breakaway, on the mode breakthrough, players will not be able to spawn on B1 while it's being contested. There's a couple major issues happening on the map Kaleidoscope. The bridge destruction states have a tendency to desync if the player joins at a late stage in the round. And then on breakthrough as well for Kaleidoscope, players will not be able to spawn on B1 while it's being contested. And then for the map discarded on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5, there are some rare instances of visual flickering while playing on the map. And then of course for all of the maps, there is an issue where some players are stuck behind geometry. DICE officially stated that several of these are being fixed for a patch after launch. I'm sure the team has been able to identify a large number of these issues, but judging by the scale of these maps, I'm sure that this will be an ongoing issue for quite some time. Next up, we have the recon drone players are unable to deploy the OVP drone while prone. And furthermore, an issue on the PC for the OVP drone is it's currently not locking onto enemy targets or vehicles. Moving on to the XDR holo sight on all platforms, DICE said that they are aware of some instances of flickering when ADS with the XDR holo sight. Now, some of the issues that are currently ongoing for vehicles that we could be seeing in the next 2 patches are on rare occasions, vertical aiming in a vehicle can be inoperable upon vehicle entry. They've also identified that there are some issues where vehicles not having ray traced ambient occlusion, and then some vehicles may not have controller vibration when being used. Now, an issue that is currently happening to the MD540 Nightbird that they should be fixing soon, and that is the rockets from the Nightbird that impact the ground sometimes appear to be frozen. Furthermore, with other gameplay elements, as parachutes remain open even after the player has landed. DICE has also stated that loadouts have a slight tendency to not save when entering or leaving a match. I've had this happen to me quite often, so I'm not sure if slight is the best choice of words, but overall there is a lot of big changes happening to Battlefield 2042 within the next 2 updates. Now, as for release timing, DICE has stated that there's 2 major patches in the next 30 days, so I would assume that that means that there's 1 patch at least every 2 weeks, with the first one fixing a lot of the issues that are happening in the early access period, and the second major one happening sometime in December that fixes a lot of the other major issues, hopefully optimizes the game because it's destroying my CPU. And I would also hope that that is the update that brings back some of the features that they removed from the launch of the game. For instance, an actual scoreboard, map zooming, and so many other features that are simple features that we did not get at the launch of Battlefield 2042. Either way though, guys, I'm excited to see all of the updates that DICE is going to be making to Battlefield 2042 because I really want to love this game. I'm having a good time at the moment, but they've got to get all of the glaring issues that are present in this game sorted out as soon as possible. But guys, that is going to wrap it up with today's Battlefield 2042 news. If you like this video, do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe to my channel with your notifications on, and don't forget to check back tomorrow for another Battlefield 2042 news video.